I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be talking to you and that we managed to do this.
I'm happy to.
Yes, so
You.
You're welcome. So we have with us today Teona Strugar Mitevska, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And welcome to our 47th SIFF virtual edition. I'm thrilled. I've been tracking your film for a year, for what is it, 2 years now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll open it up with some questions. You were born in Skopje. You were a child actor.
Exactly.
Trained as a painter.
Yes.
Graphic designer.
Yes.
You studied film at an MFA program at New York University.
Exactly.
So here's something that I'm really fascinated with. You lived in 2 different cultures. You lived in your home in Macedonia and you lived in the US. What was the strangest thing about living in 2 cultures?
You know, I consider myself a gypsy. I actually, I did not only live in 2 cultures. I now live in Brussels. So I'm now in Western Europe. So it's my 3rd culture or a way of living. What I think it's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to move freely, to experience the world. And I think on human level, we are much more connected than we would like to think. We always tap on our chest and say, I'm Macedonian, I'm American, I'm Greek, I'm Russian. But through my life experience, I have met people of all kinds of venues that with which I have connected on a very, very deep level. So this, I guess, opportunity to be able to experience 2 or 3 cultures and to live within and to create within and to contribute, learn from, and yes, really profit from this experience is something that has enriched me completely, fully, and truly.
Wonderful answer. I love that. I love that it's not an imbalance, it's more of a balance. Beautiful, beautiful answer. Thank you. Your production company, it seems like it's a family affair. How is it to work with your brother and your sister? And tell us a bit about what talents they bring to the table.
You know, for example, just an hour ago, I was with my brother in his studio. He's a painter, sculptor, but he works as a production designer on my films. And basically, he's really my biggest visual collaborator, him and the DOP, the director of photography. So we are actually working on our new film. And you see, it is incredible. It's not my brother, it's my collaborator. It's my common soul who is ready to jump into impossible situations, who is ready to take a ride on a very risky train, who is ready to explore with me, and of course, ready also to sometimes fail because we don't always succeed in our missions. So working with my brother it was not always like that. It has become, yes, there is nothing more beautiful than sisterhood and brotherhood, but our relationship, our collaborative relationships goes beyond that. We are just common souls who are, well, trying to push borders and make the world a better place.
Thank you. So my next question is more geared towards the film itself. What was your inspiration for the opening swimming pool scene of Petrunya?
You know, it is actually a very not innovative answer. It was not at all thought of. Me and Virginie, my DOP, were in Stip. We were in the car. We passed by the pool, and Virginie says, "Oh, it's such a great pool. Why we don't shoot this?" And I said, "Oh, you're right." So this is like in the middle of the shooting. It's never in the script. It's one of those miracles, you know, that in a way it's also the beauty of cinema and creation, to let yourself go and take mistakes, or something unexpected happen. So on the end of one day, we had some time. We went and shot the portrait of Petrunya within, and then it became, as you well know, a great introduction about her rage and her situation within her society. Yes, it was. Yes, but it was really a surprise. It was not. There is no my great. I didn't mastermind it at all.
Even better.
Yes.
No, even better that it was an accident and that it works so well to for us to enter into her life. What was the impetus for the real character who jumped into the water? Because I know that it's based on a real story. What brought that about for her? Why did she jump into the water? Because of her awful interview that she had before, or it's like she didn't even think twice. She just jumped into the water. And is that actually what happened with this, with the actual woman?
So I will first answer the first part of the question. I think for us, for me and the writer, for me and Elma, it was sort of a brewing energy, you know, like the mounting frustration of living in inequality, seeing your life pass by and not having the same opportunity as any other man. And yes, and then the animal instinct overtook her body and soul. And yes, as a response to this horrible Me Too-like scene where this horrible man is really extremely abusive to her person, to her physical state, etc., etc. So in a way, this film speaks to any, well, Balkan woman, but I think much larger. It is a way to rebel, and her jumping, this act of courage or this act of defiance, it is about deciding to take your life in your hands and not take any more, well, shit, sorry. But
No.
yes, she's rebelling against down patriarchy, down with patriarchy, down with these ways that are not me, that don't suit me. And not only her as a woman, any other disadvantaged member of a society. Regarding the real person, I never met her. She strangely enough, catching the cross, gave her an opportunity to get a visa, and she moved to England Yeah. So she had a lucky year, you know, every Macedonian youth
Great.
seems to
She
live.
deserved a lucky year. She really did. And I love how the actress is ecstatic when she finds it and never even thinks twice what this actually is going to mean for her. What kind of reactions have you had from the religious community?
After the film came out, none. But when we were preparing the film, it was extremely funny. When we purposely wanted to shoot the film in the same town because we thought just by our presence, maybe we can move things uh, along. We can move things, advance way of thinking. So when we first came into the town, we right away contacted the religious authorities, the head of the Orthodox Church, and well, naively enough, we sent the script with the title "God Exists." Her name is Petrunya. So a week later, we got my sister, the producer, and as you well know, the actress, the journalist in the film. She got a phone call from the patriarch, the head of the
Yes, the
area,
patriarch.
and he said, "Thank you very much for your interest to collaborate with us, but we want nothing to do with you because God exists, and it's Jesus Christ. It's a man, basically."
Yeah.
That's what he said. So in the beginning, there was a lot of like, why are you coming here? You know, any woman who defies the rules, she's considered in a very traditional society, it's considered the crazy one. So when we came in, it's like, why do you want to make a film about this crazy woman? Hasn't she done enough damage? This was really the attitude, not only of the religious authorities, but also of the local people. So it was really, it took us a long time to get through this wall of, you know, she's crazy. Why make film about her? She makes problems. You know, we must all follow the rules, etc., etc. So yes, yes.
Well, I'm not very surprised about that. What kind of did you have major blocks for funding for the film?
No, I actually did not. We have a film fund in Macedonia, but also the film is a co-production between few countries. So the European films are made this way, and we have Euroimage, and it's really system that works. So basically,
did you pitch?
did I pitch the film? Yes, actually, I always do. I find pitching extremely helpful. Just by looking at the reaction of people, you learn a lot. So with every film, some people say to me, "Oh, your experience, you don't need to." Actually, I do, you know, because I do need the feedback of the audience. And you know, I don't make the film for myself. So yes, I pitched. I went to markets. Yes, every film is a baby.
You're so lucky. You're so lucky that in Europe you have this support.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, we are.
it's really a great system, and the pitching and working with people and working with scripts. It's really fantastic. You have such great help and support. I'm envious.
So we are lucky. I have many North American friends, and you know, since I went to school there, and I'm totally aware of the difficulties of getting a project on its feet, especially if it's a project that, well, the market is not ready to accept or launch, and etc., etc.
Right, doesn't fit in a genre.
Yes.
So how did you come upon the title?
Title. You know, I used to do advertising, and I'm actually very good with titles. I love titles. Well, I consider myself very good with titles, But you have to think twice about what I'm saying, because I also consider myself that I have a very good sense of humor, and I'm the only one who understands it. You
Well,
know,
I can relate to that.
it's a Balkan dark humor. But no, the title came. Yes, as many things we create in the dreams, or in this state between, when
Uh,
you sleepwalk and then you dream about. So yes, I don't know. It The title came out before the script.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, in some of the post-Berlin reviews on your film, I noticed that there was some like sarcasm about the heroine finding love at the police station. And I think, also because you're a feminist and you took a feminist approach, so the press people, kind of poked at you. But I would really challenge them, because I would say that no matter what, most people are looking for love. But that wasn't really Petrunya's goal. This was maybe part of the luck that she earned. What was her real goal?
First, I will answer about what you're saying, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Being a feminist doesn't mean I don't like sex and I don't like to fuck.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
sorry. It
Or
doesn't mean
don't
that.
like love, or that we aren't all looking for that.
And love is also part of it. Love is about finding common soul. Love can be also a friendship. Love is about, and in this situation of Petrunya, where she's so ostracized and she's so put aside by her society, of course she is looking for a common soul, somebody who is going to say to you, you're not crazy, you're okay. And yes, maybe it's love, maybe it's friendship, but it is about finding somebody who accepts for who you are. And that is her journey. What was the question?
The question was, well, I maybe could answer it. It seems to me that her goal was to get luck, to find this cross. That was her goal, that she did it on the spur of the moment because it was there to do. She didn't hardly even have to think about it. And that was her goal.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That was her simple goal. And what happened in the long run connects with luck and you do need luck to find love.
Imagine growing up in a place where every year this event happens, and women watch and cheer the men, and men jump for the cross, show their strength, and whoever will catch it will have a lucky year. So, of course, just by walking 1, 2, 3 times over this bridge and seeing this spectacle happening,
and
everybody would question why there is no woman. Anybody who is a little bit more aware, a little bit more educated, a little bit more aware of their condition will question why they do not have the right to also participate. So yes, her goal was define the rules. And yes, doesn't she also have the right to have a lucky year?
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your next project.
It's a Sarajevo story. I'm working with the same writer, with Elma Tataragic. She's Bosnian. This is our third film. Actually, it's a true story that happened to her during the siege of Sarajevo. But the story doesn't happen in 98. No, it happens today. And it is about a woman confronting her nemesis. I will not go further than that. The title is The Happiest Man in the World.
Well,
So,
Teona, thank you. I know that you're going to join us again on the 17th.
yes.
I will ask this question again about culture, about living in, because almost all of the people that are joining us on the 17th have lived in more than one culture. And I'm very interested in this because I lived in Russia for many years and America. And actually it made me feel like I didn't belong anywhere.
I see.
So quite different. I love what you said is wonderful. But of course, you learn a lot about different cultures when you actually live there. So thank you very much for this talk. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again. And I'll let you know responses to the film.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very happy that finally it is being shown on your continent.
Thank you.
Well, it was shown in South America and in Canada, but not in North America. So this is
Well,
good.
I hope that it's shown more in North America and
Yes.
that it continues to bring
Keep
joy to
up.
people, because it is a joyful film.
Thank you. Thank you very
What
much.
her problems are and what her upbringing was.
Thank you.
She found a way to be a strong and vibrant person.
Of course.
Even sitting at the police station. So thank you very much. We'll see you again.
See you.